house. Like, I live in the house that my dad grew up in. So I've always been like in the same area. Um, I have like the same friends like that I've had since like kindergarten. That's kind of just the environment that I grew up in. And I ended up going to high school. Like, I was fortunate to go to high school in Reedley, which is a different town because I live in Carruthers, which is kind of next to Fresno, but sort of is, sort of isn't. It's a really nice, or it's a small town. So
Mm.
I just kind of wanted to get out, and my parents wanted me to go to a different high school besides the one that's here in the town because they said they wanted me to experience something different and like besides just like a public school. So I ended up going to a private Christian school.
Mm.
So, yeah, and I'm Catholic, by the way. Um, Yeah, so that was definitely interesting. I met a lot of different people over there. I was really shy during my freshman and sophomore year, and then during my sophomore year, my sister was going to high school with me as well. And one of her friends had gone on exchange to France, and her mom had worked at the school as well. And she was kind of telling me about it, and she was telling me that I should probably like consider it because I've always wanted to like travel. Like, that's always like something that like intrigued me. So I wanted to do something different with my life, and I signed up to be an exchange student. They told me I was too young because I was 15 at the time, and they said, "Well, we'll just put you on an alternate list for now, and then we'll see where it goes from there." And I was on an alternate list for a while, and then somebody had dropped out, and I actually got the chance to go on exchange to Turkey,
Mm.
and I was there for an entire school year, just learning the language, living with different families, and just learning the culture. It's definitely interesting.
Mm.
um, and then I came back and I finished my senior year here at Emmanuel, the same high school that I had gone to. And then I graduated in 2011. Then after there, I ended up going to West Hills College in Lemoore because we don't have a college here in Carruthers. It's such a small
Mm.
town.
So you have to go outside of the town.
Yeah, exactly.
How
And
far?
so it's about a 20-minute drive.
Oh, it's not too bad.
So yeah, it's a close drive. It's like straight freeway, so
Mm.
not too bad. And then I went to college there for 3 years, and I finished there. I graduated with an associate's in math and science. I figured, well, when I was doing my general ed, I decided that's not really what I wanted to do. I wasn't fully into it. It was kind of something that I wanted to do, but not really. So I just wanted to figure out like what I want to do now because
Mm.
my parents wanted me to transfer, but I was like, well, that's not really the major that I want to do. I'm not really sure what I want to do right now. So during the summer, like this summer, I had taken ASL.
Mm.
Um, so I really enjoyed that. So I'm thinking about going into like interpreting now for American Sign Language.
Mm.
I don't know. I really like learning languages though. So,
Seems to be
and
a good interest of yours.
yeah, definitely. It's because like I feel like it actually gets you like to talk to other people instead of just like staying like secluded to yourself. So you're
Mm.
helping others instead of just helping yourself.
It's really
That's
cool.
how, yeah.
That's a good
And
reason.
yeah, at the moment I am working. I'm a tea tender. I make teas for, well, I work at a little tea shop here in Fresno. So that's what I do.
And if you had all the money in the world, what would you be doing?
I would probably be traveling right now.
So everyone says to that question. But okay, so you finished traveling, you traveled the world. What would you be doing on a daily basis to kind of express yourself, if you will?
Um, what would I do? I think I would want to help people.
Mm.
Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted to go into interpreting because I wanted to do like I wanted to help more people because, you know, there's like a communication barrier between some people.
Hmm.
Like, I know that from experience. Like, my grandma, she speaks Spanish, and I'm trying to learn Spanish, but it's so hard because, um, yeah, I'm not sure. There's just a communication barrier, and I just don't like that feeling of like not being able to understand what she's saying. So that's why like I'm continuing to learn languages so that I can help other people, I guess you could say. But I know that I need to help myself first before I can help other people.
Hmm. That's very important that you already have that understanding because it's going to help you really make an impact in the world by reaching your fullest potential. And in reaching your fullest potential, you're going to automatically influence the others around you to reach theirs.
Yeah. I
So,
like the quote that says, if you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want.
hmm, yes,
So.
for sure. Like natural, the law of reciprocation, right? Whatever we put out there is going to come back to us. And so that's cool. So, what's something that you want to accomplish before you leave this earth?
Um, Something that I want to accomplish. I think just, mm, I don't know, I just want to leave a good imprint. Like being somebody that actually cared for other people instead of just um, being kind of selfish because I feel like most people nowadays they're just kind of selfish and like to themselves.
Mm,
Um, most people think in order to succeed in life you have to be selfish, but I don't feel that way at all.
mm, that's awesome. You can leave a legacy that inspires people.
Exactly.
Um, it's interesting because we were talking about that last night. We did a full moon hike, and
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
the conversation that ensued was how men are more like having that conversation about leaving a legacy, and women, it's a masculine thing about leaving our mark, right?
Yeah.
So women aren't normally having that conversation and talking about leaving their legacy. So it's interesting now that you're saying this, like, I want to leave a mark. And, we're just saying, well, women don't even do that, but they do. Of course it happens. And so thank you for the reminder and the affirmation that that does happen.
Yeah. There's a lot of empowering women out there.
Oh, very much so. Very much
Yeah.
so. But it's more so like women don't talk about that. They're not, really concerned or focused on leaving their mark on the world. They just do it. They just
Yeah.
take the action of it. They're not talking about it and saying, I want to leave a legacy. It's more of a man thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool. But it's awesome that, as you said, it seems like in this world today, there's a lot of people that are really just out for themselves and not really focused on helping others. A lot of self greed and all of that, but I think it was just conditioned that way. We're innocent in what we believe as human beings, and I think that's just what our society has instilled within a lot of people, that you have to fend for yourself, kind of mentality.
Yeah.
And to hear you express yourself in a way where, you're not oriented towards that, and that you have a different way of looking at the world in the sense of wanting to help people and wanting to offer what you can in inspiring others so that you know they can get what they want. That's really awesome. So I commend you for that, Marina, and you're going to go far into a lot of places with that mentality in your heart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I have a pretty good feel for you, and an idea of like what you desire and what you want in the world, and I'm totally open to answering any questions you might have right now.
Okay. I was wondering, where is this located at?
Um, there is no physical, well, I won't say there's a physical space because there are physical spaces, but we don't have like a particular set location of where the EVOroom is.
Okay.
The EVOroom is actually a room without walls.
Okay.
And, and the way it works is we create experiences that can happen anywhere, literally anywhere. And a lot of where they have existed thus far are, different properties here in San Diego, but we just did, an experience up in San Francisco. Um, we're going to be doing one really soon at Burning Man as well, and a couple different places that are on the map. Italy in October.
Okay.
So it's just been growing and expanding, and as it does, I mean, it's meant to be everywhere. It's meant to be where anyone wishes to go. So that's what we're expanding and growing into, as
That's
far as
awesome.
location is concerned. But mostly, a lot of them reside here in San Diego. Um, that's where we live as the staff and the management right now. So it makes it easy for us to just do things here.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
that's the answer to your question.
That's sweet. What inspired you to start the Evo Room?
Mm. Pain, actually, and struggle.
Okay.
So um, I was married, and last year, at the beginning of the year, um, there was a transition in that marriage where I found out my wife was having an affair at the time. And that took me to a state of devastation and pain and a lot of struggle through that. And then last year in July, my little sister, who was only 24 at the time, passed away of like some virus that overtook her body in just a couple hours. And so
Oh, wow.
the first time I ever lost someone that was really, really close to me. And so that took me into, a deep dark hole as well. And a lot of pain and struggle ensued from that. And so last year was like a really, really challenging year in my life, and probably one of the most challenging years I've ever faced. And so, I was emotionally bankrupt, financially, nothing in the bank. I was negative, and fortunately enough, I was physically, in great health. Um, so one day I was just in my room, just like crying my eyes out because, I didn't know how I was going to take care of myself. I didn't have money, and wasn't doing what I was passionate about. And so I called out to the universe, like, what can I do to sustain myself? What can I do to help others? And what can I do that fulfills my passions? And so the next day, the concept for the EVOroom, came to me. 2 weeks later, we had our first EVOroom, and that was in October. And I haven't looked back since. It's a complete 180-degree turn from where I was before. I feel really solid and confident in my being. Um, really happy in life and what I've experienced and created for myself and for others. Just being able to affect people's lives in a really profound way and watch them smile and watch them connect with others and build like really long-lasting, authentic, genuine relationships. And
That's
that's
awesome.
that's at the core of what the EVOroom is building that connection. Again, like as you were alluding to earlier, a lot of people keep to themselves, and it's more of a protection mechanism. And what we do in the EVOroom is we share with people different tools and practices that allow them to really basically just open their hearts. And as we open our hearts, to ourselves, then automatically we become more open with others. And
Yeah.
it's really awesome because in the EVOroom experience, normally, they're day long, and at the beginning of the day, there's normally just people that are strangers to each other. They don't know each other at all. Uh,
Yeah.
and then by the end of the day, normally it's like Christmas Eve where it feels like a big family. Everyone's kind of cuddled with each other, and just like you wouldn't know that they were strangers just 6 hours before that.
Yeah.
And it's such an amazing feeling watching that, and to see that people can, come from all different walks of life, no matter if you don't have a dime in your pocket to whether you're a multimillionaire. We've attracted, all different types, and to watch people come together from all those different walks of life is, one of the most amazing things, and something that really just lights me up, and motivates me to continue doing this because I see how needed it is in the world. And not only that, but in the way that we deliver it, it's really fun. Like I like to have fun. If I'm not having fun, then I'm not doing whatever it is that, is being done. And so, personal development for a lot of people can be challenging and stressful. It is, for some people because you're digging up some stuff that a lot of people probably don't dig up, in their lives. But
Yeah.
we've created a process that makes it really fun and engaging and entertaining and most of all impactful. Like we love seeing the transformation that happens within people, and using fun as a tool to do that.
Wow, that sounds awesome. That's great.
It is pretty awesome. I just feel so fortunate to have it as something for myself. Like a lot of why this was built in the first place was for me to deal with my own emotional and issues and all kinds of stuff that I had struggled with throughout my life. And so a lot of what I learned in the process of personal growth, I'm now sharing with others, and then bringing in people that I've never met before, but I've heard are just really amazing people in the world of transformation. And
Mhm.
that's my gift, is like bringing these people together for the purpose of actually helping people connect and transform and tap into their fullest potential to really discover and understand the gift that they bring, or gifts that they bring into the world. Like we all do. You have your own gift, Marina, that others in the world cannot touch, but sometimes we don't understand or fully grasp what that gift is. And so the process that we create helps people really just understand what that is, bring it to the world, because as you bring what you're gifted at into the world, what's easiest to you, then you're going to get lit up, right? And you're going to vibrate at a really high frequency. You're going to be a high vibe person, right? And as a result, you're going to influence people. People are going to see you and say, wow, like she's shining like so bright. I want to shine like that. And therein lies inspiration. You don't even have to do or say anything. It just happens because you're being this way. And so that's what we teach people to do.
That's awesome. Just being a better version of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like you don't have to try to really help people. They can help themselves. Everyone has the capability, and the capacity to heal and help themselves. We just need a little modeling, an example, and influence. And so as you become the better version of yourself, automatically you're giving permission for others to be a better version of themselves.
Yeah. I totally agree with you.
Hmm. So yeah, that's how it works.
Sweet. Awesome. Um, I don't think I have any other questions besides those two.
Someone's microwaving.
Yeah, it's my sister.
Food time. That's awesome. Um, yeah. So where the process goes from here is, your name will go into a database, and then we do selections like once a month of people that we put together into a group, and normally the groups are like 15 to 25 people.
Okay.
And then, of course, knowing where you are in Fresno, when we have an experience that's near you, then we can contact you. And of course, you can always take a trip down to San Diego as well. That's always possible. Um, and so there's, I think the closest one's probably going to be how far is San Francisco from Fresno?
Um, I think it's about like a 4 hour drive.
4 hour drive from there. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, um, we put you into the database, and then we'll contact you and have the EVOroom experience that we'd like you to be a part of, or for you to join. And then, from there, of course, it's your decision of what you want to be a part of and to get involved in. Um, and then that's how we do the selection process.
Oh, awesome.
Either way, we'd love for you to, experience the EVOroom and have it yourself. And eventually you will, if it is, your desire to. It's just a matter of which group fits you best, and what group is gonna make the most impact in your life and help you reach your fullest potential.
Right. All right. That sounds good. Sounds good.
Nice. Awesome. So, anything else before we sign off, Marina? Any questions or anything?
Um, Not at the moment. I don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you do, feel free, to contact me, via cell or send me an email or whatever you wish. Okay.
All right. Awesome. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Pleasure was mine, Marina. Enjoy your day. Live freely. Express yourself fully. And until the next time we connect.
All right. Thank you. Have a
Great.
good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.